Yo, everybody, how is it going? Today we're gonna be doing more of the fucking shit, and yep, likewise, I cannot wait for tonight. I think it's gonna be very interesting tonight. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. Actually, I'm gonna be real with the whole in this game, with the whole, like, you know, the fingernail plot. I thought that was going to happen a lot later, so I'm kind of surprised it's happening this early. I mean, yeah, I just wonder what's going to happen after this as a result. I mean, I don't know. If you've watched the anime, then you know what happens. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that tonight. I kind of hope we don't get, you know, too fucking frazzled, if you like. Hello, Ro. Bro, who doesn't? Twitch ads are literally a creation of Satan. You cannot prove me otherwise. Right, so 1:30 AM. Just gonna casually select my save file there. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be really nice playing today. I wonder. I'm very interested in what's gonna happen, and definitely want to find out more. I think. Yeah. Why am I talking? Let's just play. Yeah. What did you say? Oh, yeah, because you can't forget Satoshi. I have a feeling Satoshi disappearing is a real hot topic at the moment. I mean, yeah. Let's just say that, yeah. This is information from a reliable source. It appears they found the murder of Satoshi's... Wait, hang on, what? From a reliable source. It had been a few weeks since the murder. The Satoshi still hadn't been found. Oh no. Yeah. That's odd. And no new information on its whereabouts. Kasai's report became completely out of the blue. Does that mean the police arrested the cop? Oh yeah, she could probably get that assumption, couldn't she? Seems that he confessed during his interrogation regarding another case. Regarding another case? What other case? That sounded strange. If it was Satoshi and they arrested, he wouldn't word it that way. No, I agree. I mean, there's no way somebody as soft as Satoshi would have been involved in multiple criminal instances. There's no way. Like, get me to believe that and I can believe anything. Like, yeah. So Satoshi wasn't the culprit. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. Right. Sorry. Just gotta... Yeah, there we go. Well, I personally wouldn't think he was, but at the same time, I definitely would at the same time. Like, I have reason to believe both he is and isn't, really. Kasai, who's the culprit? So, it wasn't Satoshi? I swallowed those final words. I was convinced that it was Satoshi. Wait. The police and Oishi must have thought the same way. The reason Oishi approached me is because he was convinced that Satoshi did it. Yeah. Don't worry, it doesn't seem like Satoshi. So weird. I heard it was a lunatic who was aiming to continue the series of mysterious deaths. That's so weird. I mean, I wonder if we ever get like a sort of face profile of this person. It's just to see what he actually looks like. I mean, I just don't get this. Not only does it make like literally no sense, but how would he know to kill an aunt? Like somebody who has so much benefit to dying, really. Like, so many people would want her dead. I just don't get how you could know that. I mean, it definitely wasn't anyone of like significance to the story because we would know about it. But like, yeah, it's just really odd that. What? A lunatic? What do you mean? Because I shrugged. I don't know. It says the investigation is classified as a confidential. Oh, the information I can get is limited. Yeah, that makes sense. Confidential? Why? To prevent the village from developing a bad reputation. You don't see articles about kidnapping while the police are negotiating with the culprit, do you? Wait, hang on. What? It's something similar to that. I suppose, but at the same time, what is this? I don't get what this is referring to. I mean, there's a murder has happened while they're investigating a murder. Is that what this is sort of trying to relate to? What murder? Oh no, a disappearance has happened during a murder. So Satoshi's disappearance, maybe. Who knows? I'm kind of confused. Because I think about it, I haven't seen anything about the aunt's murder on TV or in the newspaper. Yeah, I know. You would have thought something like that would have been, you know, just at least a little bit public. But Sonozakis have money. Let's just say that. We can't forget that. The strange deaths have happened 4 years in a row now. On the day of the Watanagasi, there were those who tried to make light of it. And now this lunatic who was confessed to the aunt's murder said he did it in imitation of a series of mysterious deaths. Wait, hang on. Now that I actually think about it, you know when Satoshi said he was actually going to go out and he was going to go out after his meal. I mean, do you remember when he said he snuck out of the window? He snuck out of the window thanks to I don't know, just not wanting to get caught by his aunt or something like that. But it's just really odd that he'd sneak out of the window when his aunt was still in the house. You would have thought like maybe he would have plotted to kill her. It just didn't really make sense from the start. So like I was thinking, Satoshi, he snuck out of the window and then he just, I don't know, went wherever he wanted to. And yet at the same time, the aunt was still in the house, so he couldn't have possibly killed her. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm not getting. Who knows? It just really doesn't make much sense. I mean, what was Satoshi doing? Why did he not? No, he couldn't have been buying the teddy. No. Oh, I really don't know. Dot. Because I didn't know anything else, so instead of probing him further, I reviewed the information myself. I was really shocked to learn all this. No, I don't blame her. I mean, it's so weird. It's just like, let's say a police have sort of been convinced they found a lead in something, and then they're just like, oh shit, it's not actually true. I was convinced that Satoshi killed her. Yeah, I thought that the reason for he had to this, the reason he had to this, I thought that was the reason he had to, oh right. But it was actually some lunatic who killed her, and he had no relation to the whatsoever. No, it is weird. It is fucking weird. But I just don't get why her specifically. I mean, if it's her, like, it could have been anyone. So Satoshi had nothing to do with the murder? If so, why did he disappear? Yeah, for real. I couldn't accept this lunatic who killed the aunt. And what's really strange is the phrase Satoshi used 4 years in a row now. After all, I've been thinking that this murder happened because Satoshi had been in a dire situation and had nothing to do with the series of mysterious deaths. I felt as though Satoshi's case had become somebody else's. Well, I mean, she hasn't been thinking about, like, the time this was actually happening at, because it was happening at, thingy. It happened at the exact time of the Watanagasi, so you can't really forget about that at all. I mean, it does have a lot to do with the mysterious deaths, because it's using the excuse that the festival's on to try and commit murder and get away with it, you know? Have people, because they're gonna take way less light to something like that than something that just happened out of the blue, you know? Damn. I need some pretty odd diversity. Holy shit. Got 13 different ones, so that's nice. Wonder how many I have. I mean, something I just haven't, I couldn't even guess, even if I wanted to. Bro, that is so true, bro. It's Stream Debt. What the flip? Hello, Stream Debt. Welcome. How is it going? It's very interesting she says this here. I thought Satoshi's case has been coming somewhere else. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I misread that. I don't even know. I can't tell if I misread that or if I'm just that tired. I don't know. One of the two. It's very interesting about this though, like, I mean, it just really makes sense, but at the same time it just doesn't. It just genuinely doesn't. The series of mysterious death in the Yamazara is known as the curse of Yasudosama. For real. Satoshi's case had become one of those mysterious deaths. In other words, Satoshi's case had become a part of Yasudosama's curse. Yeah. I didn't like the way that sounded. No, for real. Because it was as though the curse had swallowed Satoshi. I suppose that is a way of thinking of it. You know, I really do wonder if, you know what happened in Keiichi to, when he, it's Oishi. When he killed Tepe and Tadari Koroshi. I wonder if that's how, Satoshi has just disappeared so suddenly. But at the same time, the thing is about Keiichi, the sort of transition into his world, from his world into the sort of nightmare reality was, I think it was either done by sleeping or it was done by just doing the deed and like after going out of the forest. Maybe the second Takano saw him there in the nightmare reality, but who knows? Yeah, but how would it transition with Satoshi? I mean, would he have just been? I mean, he would have to have been sort of. Maybe he was just on the train. It doesn't make sense at the same time though. Damn. Wow. So I could go to Kenya and they could probably be some of the only people that if I said I literally have watched like one episode of SpongeBob in my life too, nobody would completely murder me. Like, bro, that's actually kind of odd. I mean, God. How come it's airing so late though? I mean, is it just because like they've not been able to have afforded TVs before? Or is it just like too expensive to actually get the channel to broadcast on the TV specific to Kenya, I suppose? Oh, right. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to confirm the trip that Satoshi took a train to Tokyo. We don't even know whether or not he's in this prefecture, to be honest. Yeah, I know. I couldn't agree. This is so odd. Always you broke the seal on a new can of instant coffee. I thought you knew his whereabouts already since you seemed very convinced he was the culprit. Yeah, you got me. Oishi chuckled and poured a cup of coffee when he looked far too hot. Oh god. You have some good sources. Huh. It's a highly classified case, but you already have this information. I wonder who leaked it. Looks like we need to review our security precautions. I mean, I suppose Oishi did, because, like, you remember when he was talking about, like, the whole Satoshi thing, when he announced Satoshi was missing, I mean, he went into, I mean, let's just say he didn't hold back in how much detail he went into. Oishi smirked, seemed like he knew why I was here today. I'm one of those Onozakis after all, and my ears are open. I suppose. Valid reason, obviously. Sonozaki. Being a Sonozaki. Good way to evade law entirely. I smirked back at him. It's all about bluffing. Anyway, since we're friends now, why don't we have a chat? Oh god, that can mean anything. Let me ask you first, who's the real culprit? I heard he was a lunatic, but what does that mean? I don't know how to answer that question. I want to know the answer myself. Really? I was convinced Satoshi was yeah, who wasn't? It was rather surprising for me too. Oishi threw himself on the sofa and crossed his hands behind his head. He looked up at the ceiling and smiled wryly. I suddenly received a call from the prefectural police the other day. They said that one of the guys in detention confessed to the murder of the archfly. Wait, so that makes even less sense if he's doing, like, I don't know, I'm assuming detention is like some sort of juvenile camp or community service, something like that. Who is it? He's a real piece of work who fell into a drug habit. Oh god, he's been in and out of prison for drug abuse. God, so you can actually get into prison for that. Didn't realise that. God. The statement says that he was interested in the series of mysterious deaths and wanted to imitate them. Oh. God, so this dude really doesn't believe in Oyasada-sama. Wow, are you sure he's the real culprit? I didn't interrogate him myself, but the prefectural police tells me that he has information that only the real culprit would know. Oh, he seems to have thrown the murder weapon into the Orji River. I wonder if they're gonna search there. That's going to be very interesting, because if they search there and there's no murder weapon, then without a doubt it's a lie. Who knows? Leavenworth. What? That is weird. Oh my god. Do you feel like... Leavenworth. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really odd though. I mean, is it just like one of those places where you just feel completely out of place being? I mean, you just feel like you've just completely, I don't know, set sail to another country even though you're in the exact country you're in. I love those places so much though. Like, that's why I love, for example, like Asian supermarkets a lot. And just, oh my god, any sort of remotely cool place in London. Like, I kind of get that with Chinatown. I love it. Oh, right. No, I know. That's really cool. They're searching for it right now. If it's found, the statement will be solid. What does he mean by that? Even if the weapon wasn't found, wouldn't the case be closed? Oh god, the statement clearly outlines the state of the crime scene and the body. This information, like I said, covers details that only the actual murderer would know. I kind of wish he would say, but he can't really say it because it's... You don't seem quite convinced. Yeah. Or is he still looking up at the ceiling when quiet? As a matter of fact, the moron was already dead. Wait, hang on. This music is so unnerving. I actually want to... As a matter of time, the moron was already dead by the time I got there. Cool. Wait, so... Dead? You know those spoons that are forked at the tea? No. Maybe says at a detention facility. Oh god. So they have to dig with those, I'm assuming. Also, they swallow one into... What the fuck? That's weird. How can you... swallow something that big, I wonder? That is weird. They couldn't tell if it was suicide or if it was caused by some mental disorder. That's so weird. That is so weird. I imagine somebody swallowing in a spoon and gagged. No, I don't blame them. So the investigation hasn't been done that thoroughly, but although I'm not convinced, my superiors are. Shit. I think without, the case will be closed. Oh no. The thing is about Oishi, he probably isn't like in the position to sort of, I don't know, get his views across, sort of say to the police that it's just wrong what you're doing, the case is not fucking over. But the thing is, I suppose, like, he doesn't fully know that, and, like, obviously because he may be a lower rank officer than those people, they might not listen to him. It's really unfortunate. I mean, God, that's just so odd about him dying, though. I mean, like, why would he do that the second after he did Oyasada-sama? It's a curse. I mean, it is very interesting, though, like, every time in the 4th year, when... No, I keep on forgetting Tadari Goroshi is the 5th year, but, like, every time when, I swear, just like a Hojo-related, like, auntie or uncle is killed, the fucking victim either goes mad, goes into a really bad world, or dies. It's so weird. Always he turned his eyes from the ceiling to me. He looks serious. This is just what I personally feel, okay, so please keep it between the two of us. I believe that this moron is some kind of mistake. Yeah, I mean, the thing that's really weird about this is, like, it has all the possible sort of probabilities that it is this, I don't know, as he says, this moron, but at the same time, it's so likely it couldn't be as well. I mean, this moron being the murderer, it doesn't fit with Satoshi as at all. It fits with none of it. might be either a big misunderstanding caused by a chain of coincidences or, you know, yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. I wonder if Sion's joking. I still believe that the real culprit is Hojo Satoshi. You sound confident. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be surprising to anyone at this point. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything to prove he was at the crime scene. Oh. We obtained a warrant to search his house after he disappeared, but we still found nothing. Oh. I mean, there is such thing as a disposal of evidence. I mean, the thing is about you could have maybe thought that like the drug dude and Satoshi were connected, but the only thing is like I don't get how they can. I mean, what's just a kid in the middle of the countryside gonna want with a fucking drug addict? And this is 1980s as well. It's not like people can contact easily, like for example through phone or something. Like you'd actually have to make an effort to talk to somebody by phone. Like it just really doesn't make sense how they'd sort of get to know each other, even if they did. I mean, they could have known before maybe, but like still. I somehow don't think that Satoshi would just be like, hey, can you just fucking kill my aunt and then like make it look like you did it so I don't get fucked? Like, it's weird. And anyway, Satoshi literally left to go to the train, potentially. So if he did that, maybe he could have been wanting to get away. Oh my god. Bro, how do you live with long hair? I hate long hair so much. Oh my god. I get my hair cut like maybe once every 5 months, something like that. I mean, I wait for my hair to get like maybe, so you see my hand, like maybe around there. Like, I don't really want it to get long at all. And I never really, the second it starts annoying my ears, I'm just out. I'm just like, fuck it. I can't deal with it, and I won't deal with it as well. But you still believe he did it? Yes. I wonder how you can be so sure even though you don't have any evidence. It's incredible. Is that supposed to be the hunch of an experienced detective? God. Siona's, I mean, I suppose what she's saying is sort of valuable, but like, God, it's cold as fuck. I mean, it's true, I suppose. Yep. There's a hunter guy who's been in this business for several decades. God, several decades. Oishi smiled in satisfaction, but I didn't feel relief. Where did Satoshi go? No, I know. His disappearance convinced me that he was the culprit. If he wasn't the culprit, then there'd be no real reason for him to disappear. No, I know. Like, he wouldn't just be... But at the same time, maybe it could have been a bad coincidence. It could have been like, you know, him just wanting to get out, sort of leaving the whole place, maybe even starting a new life without Satoko, but that as a whole sort of whole load of other things that don't make sense about it. What if the murderer was actually done by that copycat and Satoshi's disappearance has nothing to do with it? But it could be that as well, but it just seems way too unlikely. In other words, what if Satoshi disappeared because the Sonosaki family don't like my relationship with him, and he has nothing to do with the murder? Yeah, that could actually be very true. Was Satoshi a culprit or a victim? Well, that's a very interesting sort of question there, but yeah. It is a good one to ask. The reason for his disappearance has become unclear. Yeah. I don't think they bother to make one person disappear just because of an undesirable relationship. I mean, I have a feeling if he was there for the fingernail scene, he would have known different. I mean, I think he's actually at the moment underestimating how fucking inhuman these people are. What do you hear from inside the Sonosaki family? Oh my god, she's gonna be fucked. She's leaking private information. Oh, that's kind of weird you say that. I mean, my hair's not really that thick, I'm gonna be real. When you say it's insanely thick, it's like, is it like really, really sturdy, really sort of, don't know, just rock hard on your head, for example? Because I mean, my hair, it isn't thick, but it isn't exactly like, you know, it isn't exactly really bad and really soft. I have a feeling my hair's going to last for a long time though, which is really nice. I'm probably going to like shave it off in the future, though. I don't know. Oh, that's really odd. I mean, I don't really know how you describe soft hair, so I can't really think of that. I don't even know if my hair's soft. I mean, it feels it, I suppose, but I don't know. It's definitely not that thick, though. What do you have from the Sonozaki family? Do you know anything? I wouldn't be here if I did. I wouldn't be here if I did. You're right. Hoisey laughed out while scratching his head, and after he stopped laughing, he leaned over. Alright, how about this? Why don't we make a deal? A gentleman's But Shion is not a gentleman. The deal on what? On information about Satoshi-kun's disappearance. If you find any information like that, you tell me, and I'll also provide you with the information if I find any. Interesting. It is actually very interesting that, like, police can get this close to sort of suspects, because Oishi is completely forgetting that Shion could have an involvement in this. I mean, I get that it's unlikely because of how close Shion is to Satoshi, but, like, at the same time, they're so close to get... What the fuck? Why's my... Weird. I just got, like, a massive frame drop there. I was really scared that my internet maybe came out. Do we have a deal? The Democratic People's Republic of America. Oh God, where would you? I don't know. Where would you have that, or that nation? I mean, where would it be, or would it be like a separate country? Here? Oh, interesting. Oh my God, could you imagine like the entirety of America being labelled that though? That'd be weird. Do we have a deal? That sounds too convenient for you. But Shion, you're literally going to find so much out if you do that. But at the same... Actually, no, what am I saying? At the same time, you have the potential to find out, but I have a feeling it's not really going to work. Because what Oishi knows at the moment, I don't see how you can get any more than that. Oishi chuckled. If we leave things as they are, they'll conclude that the moron committed the murder. If that happens, Satoshi-kun's disappearance will be treated just as another runaway minor. Yeah. They kind of have to act. They won't search for him as actively before. But I'll continue searching for him. Only I will do it. Oh, good for him. I believe that you're intending to do the same. Our motives are very different, though. I just want to know if he's safe, but you'd like to arrest him, wouldn't you? Oh, yeah. No, I suppose. Well, God, that's going to be really interesting, though. I mean, if Shion finds Satoshi first, then I suppose it's sort of just like a race to see who can... I don't know, who can either get the information out of him first, or who can arrest him first, or who can get him away from Oishi firstly. Yeah, Shion. Do that. If the murder case was considered solved, Satoshi would be free, regardless of his innocence. Wait. Oh yeah, of course. I doubt that. She doubts it? Oishi chuckled again, but his smile didn't reach his eyes. No, I know, that sounded really off, that laugh. Well, let's be friends from now on. The enemy of your enemy is your friend, no? No, I suppose. I mean... But I don't know, who's the enemy here? Like, the Sonozakis? I'd assume it's Snap. I'm not opposed to the Sonozaki family, though. Oh, really? I apologise then. This is the way of Geraldo Oishi, isn't it? Huh? As Citizen Kasai said, I wouldn't want him to be as my enemy or my ally because both would be too risky. I kind of don't blame her. I probably shouldn't let my guard down in front of this big fat weasel. God. Bruh. This woman has no mercy. Holy shit. I sipped on the coffee to fill up the silence though I wasn't thirsty. That's too relatable. Make it less awkward. Oh God. I'm just gonna not pretend. I'm not even gonna pretend to understand what the Kashama Sawan is. I have no clue. But communist as well. Interesting that you make that choice. Oh, right. Oh, so you live in the Seattle area? Interesting. Nice. I think I used to have another friend who lived there. But I don't know, it was one of the people that I didn't really know much. Oh, right. I don't even know what that place is. Outside the window I could see normal life taking its course, but Satoshi wasn't there. No, I suppose it's normal for everybody else, but just for Sion, it's probably really different. I mean, I couldn't imagine that. It must be so awful just like having somebody you really like, especially because of how dependent she was on him. But like, yeah, he should have been there, but he wasn't. Yeah, he should have. I mean, it's weird. I was scared that I might grow used to his absence someday. Yeah, where was he? I wonder how Satoshi is doing. I hope he's alright. I know you think he may be dead. Don't patronize me. Do you know what people are calling his different disappearance in Inamazawa? Huh. They said that he was demoned away. Oh. Yeah, I suppose a lot of people, they'd think like, I don't know, Satoshi was the accomplice. There was the person that got demoned away fully, which was the aunt, and then there was a relative who was sacrificed, which was him. I don't know, to be demoned away means the same thing as spirited away. It's part of the local dialect. Yeah, he was kidnapped and taken to hell through the bottom of the Onigati swamp. That's ridiculous. No, for real. Anyway, the series of mysterious deaths have struck the 4th time. It's too soon, but people are already talking about next year. Oh god. I mean, year 5 is always the big turning point, because that's when Keiichi comes, and then everything fucking changes. Are you saying that the murder was the result of Oyasuro-sama's curse? The victim was one of the Hodros after all. Oh my god, Oishi, come on. You're a police officer, you can't believe in like literal supernatural. There's no evidence. She was involved in the dam conflict though, indirectly. Oh, interesting. I didn't actually realise that. Really, it's not surprising that some people take an interest in the incidents, because they do always happen on the day of the Watanagasi. Yeah, love that. Totally not staged or anything. That's ridiculous too. Oyasuro-sama's curse. Though I said that, I couldn't quite wipe away the fear from my mind. No, I suppose, because if people can hide... Let's say this was an actual murder that happened with Satoshi. Maybe, I don't know, someone's like he's murdered him or something like that, and they just sort of covered it up. Not only have they done that so well, but the thing is, like, what if they did it to other people? I mean, what if they did it to Shion as well? Could you imagine that? I certainly couldn't. Why did Satoshi disappear? Was it the Sonozaki family? Did he run away from the police? That could also be the case, but I don't think that's likely. Did he really kill his aunt in the first place? Yep, that too. Why did he even disappear? He's on his own. Oyasuro-sama's curse has nothing to do with it. But, that's strange. Satoshi on Oyasuro-sama's curse. Somebody once mentioned those two together before. Yeah, they are. Where did I hear that? Yeah. Oh, that's right. That rainy day. It was Yugo Dena who told me that when we were talking in the shelter, in that shack. I remember the creepy story that she told me at the time. Satoshi wants to leave Hinamizawa and run far away, even if only unconsciously. God, you must really want something if you want it unconsciously. Fucking hell. That's what Yugo Dena said. And Dena had definitely pointed out that Satoshi wanted to leave Hinamizawa at that time. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. She also said everything he's going through is a sign of Oyasuro-sama's curse. Oh, more things that just genuinely don't make sense. She said that, for sure, she had definitely mentioned Oyasuro-sama's curse. The series of mysterious deaths had struck 4 times. Was Satoshi being controlled by the curse? Is that why he killed his aunt and was demoned away? No, I know. No way, that can't be true. Satoshi's smile faded in my mind. But the only thing is, Sion, the thing is, you can't deny, like, what was said. I mean, the feelings he had. It could be paranoia at the same time. It could definitely be. But it's just, even if it was paranoia, it's just a little bit odd that that happens. And then he genuinely does get it. Like, potentially dies. We don't know if he is dead, but, like, it's very likely. I mean, the thing is about, like, the whole Oyasura-sama thing is, Satoshi disappeared. Not only that, the reason for his disappearance also disappeared. It must have been done by human beings. I can't accept that he was demoned away. Oh, yeah. I hope she finds out. I really do. I mean, God. What was I saying, though? It kind of took me by surprise. I needed to read that as fast as possible, otherwise it'd disappear. Oh, here we are. We're in Kinomiya. We're at the library. Oh, she's probably reading up on it. But what you can't forget about Satoshi is, like, all the Oyasura-sama things. I mean, the signs are present. Let's just say that. Really? Fucking hell. Has that been, like... Has that been actually sort of confirmed? Because I thought Oregon was, like, a really big state. I'm just kind of surprised they'd do that. Ah, right. Is it just a rumour? I moved from one chair to another because the air conditioning was too cold. Oh, when can we have bad air conditioning, man? I moved my notebook, my pen, with a bunch of keychains and my cup of milk tea. Got milk tea. Oh, I know. I was thinking of bubble tea for some reason. I have no clue why. Right, it's going to be very interesting to see what she finds. I did it all in one go. I sat down in a new chair and then opened my notebook again. I scribbled my thoughts and sank into silence. God. Well, let's hope nobody in the library just comes and says, "Hey, Sion-chan, what are you doing?" And then just looks. Because that could actually... Okay, I'm not really taking that seriously, but that could actually be really fucking bad if that happens. I hope it doesn't. A series of mysterious deaths. Dub the curse or Yasuda-sama. I've been viewing each incident as a separate case, even though it was followed by another one. I never even looked at all the case at all. I never even looked at all the cases as part of one big scheme. Yeah, I suppose. After I wrote down the incidents on paper, it became clear to me that all of them serve the same agenda. I wrote down the victims. The first year, the construction site manager. The second year, Satoshi's parents. The third year, the priest. The fourth year, Satoshi's aunt. But the only thing is, I mean, it's actually very odd. You remember when the whole, with the whole priest and the priest's wife, how, I hate this dramatic music. It's kind of making me having a big realization I've never really thought about. Like, you know, the priest's wife. How can she link to Satoshi? I mean, she disappeared. Her death was unknown. Literally unknown means. I mean, maybe it was a suicide. I heard that was said. But, like, nobody heard of her again or knew. And it happened right after the curse as well. Same for Satoshi. But the only thing is we don't know if Rika's mum went missing or not. So, yeah. If she went missing, then that theory is sort of, you know, like a... Well, not even theory, just like suspicion that they're sort of similar would be confirmed. But I don't know, we don't know that much. Fourth year, Satoshi's aunt. For the fourth year, one could consider Satoshi himself to be the victim rather than his aunt. If I consider that each case arose from a grudge over the dam conflict, it's quite simple. In the first year, the construction manager was killed because he was a symbol of the dam construction itself. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, the real enemy was the Ministry of Construction, but it wasn't as clear a target. Yeah, I mean, how are you going to kill that someone that big anyway? I mean, they don't even live in Hinawa, for Christ's sake. It's just going to be clear as day if you do something like that. That manager, on the other hand, had been aggressively shouting back at the villagers, so he was more of an appropriate enemy to attack. Oh. Oh, right. Interesting. If we hazarded someone really had cursed somebody, it would have been the officials from the ministry. It's apparent that the target was selected based on the villagers' preferences. Yeah. The second year, the accident is the death of Satoshi's parents. It said that they fell from a cliff in some park, but it's doubtful that it was really an accident. It's really odd. I mean, there are so many things that just really don't add up about this curse. I mean, not even through just 1 year alone. I mean, like, for example, the 4th year, the 5th year sometimes as well. But God, it is just really odd. There's so much to think about. Like, I've never really thought about this, but it's such an odd thing. It really doesn't add up, but the only thing is, how can it not be an accident? How can it not be an accident? And secondly, how can it be set up? How did they know that the Horjals weren't going to go there and not some, like, go to the place where it was wonky and then they fell to the bottom? How did they know somebody else wouldn't go there? How did they plant it without them seeing? It's just so many things that wouldn't add up, but at the same time, you really wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Oh. Damn. Oh, God. Oh, of course it is. Nothing so. Of course, not everything can be good. I swear, that's just literally politics these days. I mean, there's always a bad intention. Oh, for God's sake. God, so petty as well. Oh. God, I just hope that something like that really wouldn't have like a really bad impact, you know? Yeah, it is doubtful that it was really an accident. His parents were labelled as traitors to the village because they sided with the dam construction, even though they were also from Hinamizawa. Yeah, I suppose. The Horjal family was ostracised during the dam conflict in order to prevent further pro-dam activists from rising up. Oh, of course. Yeah, because they'd probably be scared, obviously. That meant that the Horjals weren't necessary during the conflict to play the role of the traitor. Yeah, I suppose, but the thing is, that's just so horrible. I mean, like, no matter how important they were to the dam, it's just horrible that they victimised them like that. And I mean, why the Horjals specifically? I mean, a dam project that big, there's going to be so many more families in Hinamizawa that would have supported them. It just kind of doesn't make sense that they'd go for the Horjals. I suppose maybe they're the biggest family, so it'd leave the biggest mark, the biggest wound, really. So when the conflict was over, they no longer served any purpose. Yeah. Could be valid. The construction site manager was a symbol of the external enemy. Suppose. The Horjals were a symbol of the internal enemy. Yeah. Interesting. Oh yeah, of course they would be. Those people fell victim to the curse, and it seemed that the grudge over the dam conflict has ended. Fanano. I love that. Welcome, Earthen. How is it going, dude? Thanks for the good luck. And yeah, how is everything going actually? I mean, yeah. I'm gonna obviously, like, you know, say we're doing some visual novel today. We're doing Meakashi. I don't know if you've played it, but my god. If you have not played it, look forward to it. Let's just say that. No, this music is really intense. I like it though. They do really well on the music here. Everything in this game is a bloody masterpiece, honestly. But like, yeah. Oh no, Earthen, this is chapter 5. Oh, right. I mean, I don't know. They say it'll benefit Dems and Republicans, but what they say and what they actually think sometimes can be two different things. I mean, do you remember Brexit? How many false expectations people of the country sort of gathered from that, and then how they were just slandered the more we got into it, really? Oh my god, have you guys? I mean, to be fair, Earthen, that's not a bad chapter to be stuck on. Like, oh my god, chapter 3 is so fucking good. Where are you up to on chapter 3? Because it sort of depends where you're up to, really. Right. Oh my, how do you spend a year on chapter 4? What? Oh, right. Chapter 4 is actually really interesting. Oh my god, lucky. You guys probably love the bit about, like, you know, the whole murder and the nightmare reality and stuff like that. Oh my god, Ro, you should get Subway. Bro, Subway is so good. My parents won't let me have it though because they believe, like, it's not really made ethically and it's sort of fakely made, you know. Because I heard with my parents, like the tuna isn't actually tuna, it's some sort of weird substitute for it, and they just sort of feel really put off by that. They think if they can't even make, like, real tuna, then what else can they make real? So I can never have it. Oh, was it? Oh my god, I should tell them that. I would not say no to having a blooming Subway. Wow. People can't perfect into a curse, and it seems the grudge over the damn conflict had ended. Yeah, those incidents were followed by another one. Yeah, the third year, the leader of the three families that produced it suddenly died of an illness with an unknown cause. It's so weird that. I mean, autopsy reports, they would have picked up on that. I mean, I don't get how they could have done so much to sort of create an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself on the same night. Oh. That's actually... So that disproves the theory about, like, the wife's death being sort of a mirror image of Satoshi's death. Like, we actually know how she died. She seemed to have left a note that she was sacrificing herself to pacify Yoshihiro-sama's anger. I'm sorry, there is no way somebody can be that stupid. No way. Oh, shit, rip Earthen. Yeah, hope you have fun. See you, dude. That is always a pain. Yeah, I hope you have a good one, dude. Hope you enjoyed what you saw as well. Oh, it was a shady study. How come the study was shady? I mean, what was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh my god. We haven't really seen many of the impacts at the moment, but, like, still we've seen so many foreign workers, foreign transport links, so many prices of foreign goods just increase ridiculously. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's all just a money-making tactic, Brexit. I really wouldn't be. We have seen so many foreign workers and immigrants as well. Holy shit, Brexit has made sure their lives are hell, and it's horrible. Oh yeah, I heard they are as well. I mean, I have never heard somebody talking about the Tories positively, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really know much, though. Whether it was a fatal disease or suicide, their deaths look suspicious. Yeah. I know, it's just, why would you kill yourself? Because I don't believe anybody would do that. Not even Asonozaki. Not even Oryo. I don't believe she'd do that. Mion admitted that the Asonozaki family didn't like the priest's attitude. Oh, they didn't like how the priest had been generous towards the pro-Dam activists. So that could be a motive right there. The priest wasn't quite a traitor, but he was certainly uncooperative. Yeah. Looking at these incidents, I realised that the curse was performed based on the degree of hostility. Enemy, traitor, and dissident. Oh. It's interesting, but at the same time, what about the Horjors, though? I mean, the second year, it was just the Horjors, and they died at the same time. But that does kind of fit with, like, every other year, like, not year 1, but definitely year 3 and year 4, easily. This meant that the curse was actually payment. punishment for the criminals of war. What? And the 4th year? I didn't understand what this case at first, to be honest. At first, I believe the case was separate from the other one, even though it occurred on the same day. I mean, I suppose it is. It's a different variant of the same case. It can't possibly be separated. Well, I mean, I suppose, like, the fundamentals are the same. I never thought that there would be any relation to the other 3, but when I wrote it down and looked at it objectively, the victim is a relative of the traitor. Yeah. After enemy, traitor, and dissident, relative of traitor doesn't sound too odd. No, I get what she means. It comes naturally as a 4th target. But just why? I don't get it. Genuinely, why? On the day the villagers worship Oyasado-sama, their guardian deity, the criminals of the damn conflict have been punished by the curse. Yeah. Just like how I was forced to pay the Sonozaki house, the criminals were made to pay as well. Yeah, I suppose that could be true, but like the thing is, how? But the thing is though about the whole Oyasado-sama thing, if you could so easily get away with murder if you just hit it well enough in that sort of, I don't know, dungeon place that the Sonozakis have. I wonder if they were all lured in there. But I just don't really get why, for example, like, people like the damn activists, what would they have to do going in a place like that? It doesn't really add up to me. After writing these things out, I started thinking that the 4th incident might be in line with the series of mysterious deaths after all. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm convinced of it, personally. Whether it was Satoshi or the dopehead, it seemed that they were forced to play the role of a murderer as a part of a bigger scenario. Yeah. I love that, the dopehead, what an insult. Oh my god, bro, Liz Truss. She is fucking... It's sad at this point. Oh my god. Bro, I love that lettuce analogy. That's so true though. But at the same time, what if it was a McDonald's piece of lettuce? Like I heard McDonald's lettuce from burgers literally doesn't go off. But like natural lettuce, I suppose. Longer than a fucking prime minister. Bro. I don't even know. Oh, iceberg lettuce. I have no clue, honestly. I really don't have any idea of the whole politic-related stuff in Scotland. Oh. Damn. It's actually kind of odd. I've never really thought about that. I mean... So when you say becoming independent, you mean it becoming its own country and not part or associated with the UK in any regards, even though they're in literally the same continent. Oh right. Interesting. Well, it'd have to be very, very big if it was the case. Even if Satoshi was the real culprit, even if he killed his aunt because of an ordinary grudge, the murder seems synchronized with the grand scheme of the series of mysterious deaths in Namazora, which is a payment plan for the war criminals. Yeah, I suppose. God, you really could think of the Sonozakis like that, but I suppose they kind of are. But yeah, that murder was a result of this plan. But what if somebody planned that as part of a scenario? No, I get what she's saying. Sort of that being dependent on, for instance, somebody might have suggested to kill his aunt on that day, that night, at that place. Oh, yeah, of course. But, I don't know, I don't think somebody that smart would have bought into something like that, you know? I had no doubts that Satoshi had decided to kill her in order to protect Satoko. But did he really reach that conclusion on his own? Satoshi was optimistic and somewhat detached as far as I know. Would he really have considered murdering his aunt, even if it was to protect his sister? I don't know. I'm going to be real. I think if it's that bad, maybe he would have sort of disregarded his common etiquette, really. Who knows? Ah, right. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. Damn, really? That's insane. Wow. I mean, I know we've had some in my family. I mean, obviously we've had some World War II fighters, but I don't know. I don't really know much about them. It's kind of a shame. I could learn more, maybe. I'm gonna be real. I think this analogy of Satoshi, like, could he really have considered it? I think he could have, personally. Couldn't it have been possible? Couldn't it be possible for somebody to have chosen the aunt as the fourth year's murder beforehand? I suppose so. And they used Satoshi, and Satoshi was eliminated because of his connection with them. That is actually, oh my god, that's very true. But how could they do this without? I mean, what if he, for example, what if he tells somebody then? And it is kind of odd to think this has happened 4 years, and yet nobody has sort of, you know, nobody sort of leaked the bribery to anybody. It's weird. Looking at it that way, the murder of the first year resembles this case. The main culprit behind that case hasn't been found yet. Dead or alive. The other culprits testified that their fire turned into a slaughter. Oh, but wouldn't it be possible that the main culprit had manipulated the situation? No, I suppose because wasn't this the main culprit was the one that was sort of bossing about and sort of really making the other people do what they didn't really want to do that much? Because the main culprit is the most evil one, and the other culprits are obviously just people that probably were normal until the murder, really. People wouldn't have the balls to do murder, but the main culprit would be. That's what I'm assuming. And the main culprit was the one who ordered it all, didn't he? What if he had been told to kill somebody on that day, at that time, and in that place? But, I mean, I suppose that is very true. And it is even more true now that you think about it, because the Sonozakis always get other people to do their dirty work, don't they? It could make sense. I'm certain the first murder resembles Satoshi's case very much. So, did that mean Satoshi was being controlled by somebody else? Or is he presenting me with a hypothesis that the Sonozaki family made Satoshi disappear in order to end my relationship with the murderer? But when I read the notes I write down, his disappearance didn't seem too spontaneous. It seemed like part of a bigger plan. Since I'd unexpectedly gotten involved in that plan, I had to be separated from it. Yeah. Interesting. Then Satoshi was deemed away as planned. At first, I also believed that the Sonozaki family made him disappear because they didn't like that I was in love with a member of the family of traitors. Yeah, but something didn't add up. Something felt strange. I wasn't the reason for his disappearance after all. Even if I never met him in the first place, Satoshi was supposed to kill his aunt in June 1982 and then disappear. That's weird. I mean, I don't know, would he be... I wonder if he would have disappeared without Sion. No, of course he was. Why would Sion have any difference? I mean, I get that Sion's probably going to be the one, and Satoru, obviously, they're going to be the people most sad about their loss, but, like, still, well, loads of people are going to be sad, but, like, they're probably going to be the most sad, so, yeah, maybe could have had a difference, I don't know. Oh, interesting. Wow, a Cuban army. I didn't actually know that the Cuba place had an army. Well, I mean, of course they would, but like, yeah, I just didn't really know they... I don't know, do they use it much? Do they have loads of fights? Do they need to use it much is what I should be asking. Because I thought Cuba was like a really peaceful country from what you said. Yeah. At one point I have been thinking of taking revenge on the hag. I believe that she separated us, but what if my relationship with Satoshi had nothing to do with this disappearance? What would that mean? Who made Satoshi disappear? I needed to understand the series of mysterious deaths in order to solve this mystery. Yeah, I know. What did all these deaths mean? Who was behind them and what purpose did they serve? Yeah. I mean, what purpose do they actually serve? That is a really good question. I wanted to know the purpose, the motive, and who was responsible. Oh my god, who was responsible? Who took Sato's skin? I wanted to know if he was still alive. It's interesting that she assumes it's a he. A series of mysterious deaths in Namazawa is also called Oyasuno-sama's curse. What is that curse? Specifically, what kind of god is Oyasuno-sama? Not a very nice one, if I say so myself. What blessings does he bring and what punishments does he dole out? Yeah. I wrote down my thoughts in the notebook. What's Oyasuno-sama? What is he? I scribbled these things down. I was so absorbed by it that I didn't realise somebody had been standing... No! Oh no! That's my worst nightmare came true. But I didn't realise somebody had been standing behind me, watching me this entire time. Shit. Oh, right. What did Castro do? No, I know, bro. I'm just like, I'm as shocked as you are. Oh. Oh, interesting. Was he a really corrupt leader? Oh, God. Oh no. Was it like one person completely ruined the entire country? I couldn't stop myself from gasping when I realised that. Oh. She... Oh my god, Mion. No, Mion. Xion. I'm not gonna lie, she's probably met the best person she could have met. Wow. I'm sorry. Did I startle you? The intelligent-looking woman giggled. No, I was just a bit surprised. Sorry about that. She could have apologised a little better too, since you've been watching me from behind. But she just stared at my face instead. Are you Sonozaki Sion-san? You must know sis. Since you know my name. But I don't know who you are. Being twins is a pain sometimes. No. People who never met before can tell exactly who you are. But what if they get you confused as well? I mean... But yeah, at the same time, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Sonozaki-san I know would never be seen in a library. No. She's the little opposite of a bookworm, you know? Well, not a bookworm, but just somebody who wants to dig into things, you know? I'm assuming that you were a twin sister. The woman giggled again. Well, you were right, I'm Sonozaki Sion. Nice to meet you. Oh, interesting. I mean, it's actually really interesting with the whole homosexual thing because you always hear it so much as a norm in society, but at the same time, for me at least, I found it's really uncommon. Like, there's nobody I know that is associated with the whole LGBTQ stuff. No, I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, in Sion's defense, she doesn't actually have parents because the thing is her family, like, her family has a very tragic circumstances. 2007, wow. God, that's really cool. It's been nearly 16 years potentially. Wow. I mean, the thing is about Sion, to be fair, like, I think the thing is about the whole being born thing. They were basically twins. They didn't want twins, so the first one that was born would actually get hospitality and care and love from the Sonozaki family, but the other one would just be seen as bad luck and a awful sort of addition to this world, and that was what Sion was seeing. And the fact that she was actually going to be strangled when she was born, but she wasn't, because I'm not actually sure why it's not said here, but like, yeah. And then as a result, she sort of had none of the Sonosaki sort of family looking after her, but she has a guardian. But the only thing is, I mean, he is a very nice guardian. They're obviously very close and they like each other and everything, but the only thing is they don't really talk much. They can't really talk much because I think the guardian, he's always on his job, so you can't really see Sion much. Who knows, though? May I ask your name? Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself first. She seemed to love her own hair because he kept running her fingers through boastfully. Damn. I'm Takano Mio. You can call me Mio, Sion-chan. Nice to meet you, Takano-san. Her condescending attitude bugged me. I hate meeting people like that. I closed my notebook and got ready to leave the desk. No! I mean, I know she can't know, but like, that is the worst thing to do. This is the literal conspiracy theorist. Oh, are you upset? Thank you for your concern. I'd like to be alone when I'm thinking, so I'm moving to another spot. Excuse me. That's a shame. I thought we'd be good friends. Did you? I don't think so. Eek. I finally... Oh. Yep, she's broke the ice now. I finally met somebody with the same passion. A fellow researcher of Oyasuda-sama's curse. I think it's quite unusual to meet someone like that. She saw my notes. Oh. Oh god. She probably saw Satoshi. My face reddened. These are just theories. It's all nonsense. Just childish scribbled. The series of mysterious deaths is also known. Though each death is an independent incident, all of them clearly share the same purpose. Each year, somebody dies of the curse, and then somebody else is sacrificed and disappears. What? What are you saying all of a sudden? Somebody dies and somebody else what? Oh my god, so... God, so she's been investigating this and she hasn't really sort of thought of the most fundamental thing. I was taken aback by her weird spiel, but I realised right away that she'd said something extraordinary. Didn't you notice the number of victims is always even? Interesting. No, I suppose that is actually very true. That's very interesting that she says that, because that is true. There's never been a time where it hasn't been even. Haven't you realised that? The number of victims is always even. I was confused, but I tried to figure out what that meant. The damn construction site manager died in the first... Yeah, that doesn't really make sense, actually. Who else died? There was only one victim. Yeah, in the second year, the victims were the parents of Satoshi, so it was 2 people. In the third year, it was the priest, and if her death was also planned, his wife, 2 again. And in this year, the 4th year, Satoshi's aunt died and Satoshi went missing. If Satoshi's disappearance was planned, then the number of victims was 2. Yeah, it's true, except for the first one, the victims always come in an even number, 2. Wait, I had just concluded myself that the first case resembled the 4th one. The main culprit was still missing. He might have been demoned away, just like Satoshi. That's actually very true. Or he could just be, I don't know, I mean, he could be anywhere in the world. Who knows? Yeah. Sion probably has the most fitting reaction here. See, doesn't it make sense now? And Takano-san sounded like a teacher who had showed me how to solve a difficult math problem. I wasn't quite convinced, but I couldn't deny what she'd said either. Did I give you enough hints? I really would have enjoyed a conversation with you, but I think you prefer being alone. Oh. Yeah, Takano in things like this is probably not the best person to talk with, because you get too sucked on the history of Hinamizawa. Do I have to go any further? The history of Hinamizawa? And... yeah. I'm sorry that I wasn't respectful, Mio-san. Please call me Sion. I love that she says C, doesn't it make sense now? I somehow don't think it has. Please call me Sion. She seemed content that I changed my attitude. She kept giggling for a while. She didn't seem that reliable. I didn't want to be acquainted with her for too long. I kind of get what she means. I mean, she just seems shady. I mean, anybody who would meet her in real life would think that, honestly. I mean, but I didn't get to talk to people very much, and what she said interested me. Let me introduce myself again. I'm Takano Mio. Pleased to meet you, Mio-san. I'm Sonozaki Sion. Mio is twin sister. Please call me Sion. I took the hand that Mio-san held out as a sign of reconciliation. Oh. Please tell me more. You said that there were always 2 victims. It's very interesting how, like, respectful Sion's being, but I suppose respect gets you information. One dies due to the curse and the other is a sacrifice? Sion-san, before we get into that, could you tell me why you became interested in this? Oh. Yeah, I suppose she needs to know. Just in case, like, she's telling her information to a wrong source that could get her into shit, you know? She leaned over and looked into my eyes. It was kind of uncomfortable. Mio-san, how much do you know about me? I guess you have an idea if you know my name. I don't know much, just that you recently returned from a boarding school. How does she know that? It's actually really odd that she knows that. I see, so I think you can imagine that I want to know about the series of mysterious deaths that happened while I was away. Oh, gosh, she's not even telling like the real reason. I'm just curious. I see, you're curious, eh? I got the impression that she knew about what happened to Satoshi and me, but because she instantly recognized me as Sion, not Mio. Fair. But at the same time, not even Satoshi knew that Sion was Mion in disguise. No, Mion was Sion in disguise even. And the thing is, Sion was actually acting like Mion, so it's kind of surprising. But you would have thought maybe like a person as sort of mysterious as Takano, or sort of as investigative, would have sussed out the differences. Who knows? I didn't know why I thought that way, as she shouldn't have access to the sources that, for instance, Oishi does. Yeah, no, for real. Couldn't agree more. It was just the look in her eyes that made me think that way. Let me ask you a question this time. You called me a fellow researcher of Oyasuro-sama's curse, didn't you? So why are you researching the curse? Oh, interesting. You also stated that there's always an even number of the victims in the mysterious deaths. It's true that Hinamizawa's mysterious deaths are often called Oyasuro-sama's curse. But why would you delve into the mysterious deaths if you're researching the curse itself? Oh, I suppose, but I mean, thing is, like, you have to sort of search the causes, I guess. I don't know. Sion-san, you're asking too many questions at once. I can't tell what you really want to know. Oh, I couldn't say anything in return. Maybe I've been too inquisitive. I'll ask you your questions one by one. I'm not just researching the curses. My subject is much broader than that. Oh, interesting. I wonder what she is actually researching, because we never really have learnt that before. I'm researching the village. Oh, that actually really makes sense, like why she went into such a trance in the Watanagashi storehouse scene. God, I'm researching the village of Onigachi village. In plain terms, I'm researching the dark and ancient history of Hinamizawa. Onigachi village? Isn't Onigachi the bottomless swamp? Some people believe this is connected to hell? Oh, she doesn't. I'm surprised that she doesn't actually know the backstory of Hinamizawa. And what dark history. I kept asking questions. Mio-san, however, looked pleased to hear them. Onigachi area is the old Onigachi village is the old name for Hinamizawa, as it was known back before the Meiji era. About the dark history, you know, a little bit about the man-eating demons, I assume. The man-eating demons, huh? That was a fairy tale told in Hinamizawa. A long time ago, when demons came out of the swamp, and while the villagers battled with them, they ended up living peacefully together. The villagers transcended and became as sacred people, having demon blood in their veins. The long forgotten fairy tale came back to my mind vividly. You know the story because you're a villager, of course, but what about the story of the cannibal banquet? Oh, this is probably the Watanagashi festival tradition. What's that? Oh god. Sion has. I have a feeling we're gonna regret. We're gonna regret Sion asking this. You know the villagers have the blood of man-eating demons in their veins, don't you? Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I dodged the question. Oh, that's probably smart. Hinamazawa used to be a desolate village, but it grew in prominence after the Second World War and expanded its influence to Okinomiya and other areas. Oh, interesting. I wonder how it grew. The people who disliked and discriminated against the villagers called us man-eating demons. I remember that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole discrimination-related thing. The young villagers don't take it seriously, but the older people can get seriously upset about it. Yeah, that somehow doesn't surprise me. They certainly can't take it as a joke. So the term man-eating demons is forbidden. We normally never use it. Oh. Even during my rebellious phase, I never spoke those words. That's actually very true. But the thing is, I have a feeling, you know, family that superstitious, like the Sonozaki family, you would have never wanted, I mean, I at least would have never wanted to thought what would happen if they heard that. I mean, God, it was just a fingernail. What if it was an actual finger? But I hate that I'm talking about these things like they're so sort of light. Well, I'm not really, but like at the same time, I'm talking. Even though I know they're bad, I'm not really talking about them like as if they were as severe as they actually are. I don't know. Mio-san, however, seemed to have no qualms of saying it out loud. Oh no. Are you upset? About what? I know people hate that phrase in Nihonmazan. I apologise if it made you feel uncomfortable. Oh, nah, I wouldn't. Sion's not a pussy. The old people wouldn't like it, but I'm fine. Yeah, would you continue? Oh god. Thanks. Okay, so the ancient villagers have a custom of cannibalism. They ritualized this custom and held various ceremonies based around it. The festival we hold in June isn't just an early summer festival. It used to be a banquet in which the villagers chased after a sacrifice and ate them. Wait, they chased after a sacrifice? Holy shit. Oh, that's evil. So you know the whole farming hoe thing where you go like whap right into the hudon that represents, I don't even know how to loophole it. I don't really want to talk about it just in case anyone who might feel sick, but like yeah, so I'm assuming they did that when they sort of got the victim, I don't know, cornered really, unable to run. They bound the sacrifice to a table, gutted them, and dumped the organs into a river. Oh my god. Jeez. I thought it was just the intestines they threw away. God, that is awful. Watakami gotomi can also mean organs. I thought it meant entrails. Or are entrails and organ the same words with the same meaning? I don't actually know. That's the root of the word watanagasi. Organ drifting, watanagasi. Indeed, I believe they started using hudon mats to cover it all up around the Meiji era, according to my research. Yeah. They wouldn't be able to do that openly nowadays. No. Everything Mio-san was talking about sounds startling. No, I don't blame it. If I originally learnt this, I mean, I don't know how insane it would be, because, like, village I've lived in all my life, and I've only just started learning the truth. I mean, to be fair, I don't really know the history of my own village that much, but it's nothing really that interesting. It's just, like, village built for, I don't even know. I probably shouldn't go into it, so, because people could dox me. Why am I even... I was just taken aback. I couldn't wholly believe it right away. She sensed it from my expression. It's not a hoax. I didn't make any of this up. If you promise not to tell anybody, I can show you my notes on the watanagasi. Oh my god. This is just now. She's going to be consumed forever, I feel. She's never going to get out of the notes. The only thing is about the whole note related thing is that, it is kind of odd that, I mean, at the moment, I get that Takono-san is sort of talking about the history of Hinamizawa, but they're sort of drifting away from Oyasuba-sama and who could have possibly committed the deeds, and they're sort of trying to, I don't know if they're just trying to learn about the history just for the sake of learning, or if they're trying to learn about it for sort of maybe providing context to the new Oyasuro-sama incidents that are happening. Mio-san took a notebook from her bag and flipped through it. She appeared to be doing her research thoroughly. Yeah, thanks you. I'd love to read it. Sure, I'd like to keep it confidential. But I guess I should share it with my fellow researcher. Oh yeah, I suppose you probably should keep it confidential. I mean, especially if they talk about like matters maybe even unknown to the police. Mio-san handed me the notebook a bit hesitantly. It looked like it'd take a whole night to finish reading. Oh god, if she actually did finish reading it though, that would be impressive. It was densely packed with information. I saw copies of various documents and quotes in there too. Oh, it wasn't just some delusion at first. I wonder where she found them. You told me that one person dies because of the curse and another is sacrificed and then disappears, right? A person is sacrificed and disappears. Satoshi had gone missing. Did it become a sacrifice? No, I know. I have a feeling it could have been. It could have been like that. But the only thing that's really odd about the whole sacrifice and disappearing thing is we've never had before somebody else confess for the crime. I mean, we actually haven't had anybody, apart from like the subordinates of the dismemberment, obviously, in like year 1 of Oyasuro-sama's curse. We haven't had anybody else sort of confess really. So it's kind of odd that. But at the same time, in the first year, the confessions actually added up. They don't really add up this year. It's odd. Did we become a sacrifice? What even is a sacrifice? Mio-san looked pleased to hear my questions again. She took out another notebook and handed it to me. Oh. I think you'll understand once you read it, but I'll give you a digest version. A digest version, I love that. And yep, we see the newspaper. Shit. We're learning about drama. Oyasuro-sama's curse is simply Oyasuro-sama's anger. In other words, the curse is caused by Oyasuro-sama's anger. Yeah. Do you follow? Yes, you're saying that Oyasuro-sama was mad at the people who opposed the village during the dam conflict. And that's why the curse occurred. That's right, Oyasuro-sama's anger has to be pacified. If not, something even worse will occur. Yeah, I suppose. So all the successive priests of the Higurashi shrine have to perform a sacrifice every time the curse is struck in order to pacify Oyasuro-sama. Oh, interesting. So this sacrificing, it's not done for tradition, it's done because they're that superstitious. Holy fuck. It's just sad. It really is. I mean, my god. It's funny that the Higurashi shrine people were behind it, like the priests. I wonder what the priests that actually died because of Oyasuro-sama's curse would have thought about that. I mean, would they have wanted it, or? I also just want to sort of take my mind to something else. I mean, it's also really odd about the whole Oyasuro-sama thing, because you remember, wait, hang on. It's called a sacrificial ritual. God. But do you remember when with the Oyasuro-sama's curse thing, Rika literally correctly predicted all the entire deaths? It really does puzzle you. I mean, you could wonder if these deaths were genuinely like premeditated and really planned out in advance. Because, I mean, for example, you could definitely correctly predict, for example, like Satoshi's future. But, I mean, there are a lot of circumstances that are sort of failing, that would be dependent, that could fail on, that you'd be dependent on. But you could definitely make a rough guess. So I wonder if maybe they knew it from the start and they're just doing it to sort of, I don't know. Why would they be doing it? I mean, maybe they're that religious, or they'd be just doing it for fun or something like that. Who knows? So every year on the day of the Meakashi, one person dies because of the curse. Another one is sacrificed to pacify Oyasuro-sama's anger. But only one person is actually murdered each time. I've never heard of human sacrifices being made. Naturally, there's no body. Yeah, that could explain the whole Satoshi thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Because when are we going to find this body? Let's be real. I mean, it could be anywhere. Like, literally anywhere. The ritual of the sacrifice requires the offering be sunk in Onigatsu swamp. Yeah. Oh. That actually sort of contradicts, like, everything we've sort of thought. That swamp is bottomless and nobody would ever surface once they were thrown in there. Nobody would be found, of course. So one of the victims is always thrown into the swamp every year. Does that mean Satoshi is also at the bottom of that dark green swamp? I'm going to be real, that's just something I genuinely can't believe. I mean, the thing is with Satoshi, like, it just doesn't really make sense how somebody could... Hang on, I've just thought of another... No, that couldn't be possible because he's in, like, juveniles. But what if sort of the drug person that actually confessed to doing Satoshi's murder, what if he was the person that masqueraded as a Satoshi? And that would actually add up to the theory of the Sonozaki sort of getting somebody else to do the murder. I don't know. But at the same time, why wouldn't the drug dude say that it was the Sonozaki's in the confession? I mean, maybe it could be valid that he wanted to protect them, but also at the same time, maybe it couldn't be. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure that they really threw him into the swamp. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would. But those who make the incidents happen must be eliminated one person based on that legend. Ichiro, traitor to the village, dies on the day of the Watanagashi because of Oyasura-sama's curse, and another person is sacrificed in order to pacify Oyasura-sama's anger. Yeah. That person's body will never be found because he or she is supposedly thrown into the bottomless swamp. Yes, you get it. The series of mysterious deaths always involves both the curse and the sacrifice. It's a system that allows the two traitors to die every year. I mean, I get that and everything, but the only thing is, it really, the only thing, I get that, but the only thing about this is, even if all of this is true, the first year really doesn't add up. I mean, I suppose it could be possible that the suspect that was potentially chosen for the whole disappearance thing was maybe the main person that actually was in charge of the dismemberment of the damn construction worker, but at the same time that makes no sense. Like, how would this person be the sacrifice if they were killing an enemy to the village? Like, if anything, that would anger Oyasura-sama, not, like, you know, calm him down. Who knows? I mean, nah. I'm not even going to try and reason with it, but it just doesn't really make sense, that. What I'm telling you now probably isn't suspicion. Yeah, no, I know, but it's good to know context with these type of things. So it might be hard to grasp. Instead, I want you to take the time to read my notes. Oh yeah, that's good. Wow, so Takano is really trusting Shion. I mean, is she going to let her take the book home? You see, what I'm telling you isn't far from the truth at all. Yeah, I heard a man's voice just then. A middle-aged man with a hat was waving a Mio-san from the entrance. Oh, it's probably Tomitake. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to talk to you more, but I guess we'll have another chance to chat. I'll leave those notes to you. I'm looking forward to... hearing your opinions. Mio-san wrapped up the conversation and headed to where the man was waiting for her. She left her old notebooks in my hands. God. I thought she was going to read it and then, like, I thought she was just going to let her read it at the library and then, like, with her just discuss any queries or interesting points. But no, she's literally leaving the entire things to trust. I mean, I mean, I get that, like, Sion is not going to do anything, but, like, what if she did? Like, that is such a fucking important notebook to her. I'm just surprised that she'd do that. Mio-san waved at me as she left the library with her companion. I took a seat again and opened what she'd given me. What about me was a series of mysterious deaths, also known as the Curse of Oyasuda-sama. Maybe I've been able to get closer to the truth by reading these notebooks. Yeah, I suppose it could be worth trying. If I study them carefully, I might be able to find out who was really behind the incidents. I suppose so. It'd be very interesting if she could sort of find some sort of link with Hinazawa's history, for example, like for the Sonozakis, how they get people to do all the dirty work for them. It would be very interesting if they could find a link there. Why did Satoshi have to disappear? What was he involved in? How did that happen? Maybe Takuno's notes would bring me the answer. Research notes, Takuno Mio. I started flipping the notes, this time making sure that nobody was watching over me. Oh god, yeah. That is not something you want people to see. No, because as she said, it's literally confidential anyway. Oh, it's... dunno. Sunset. Now it's evening. It was time for the library to close. I had to leave. Ah, right. Oh, that's a shame. I wasn't food on the way home. What did you buy? Oh, she didn't say. That's a shame. I would have been very interested because, I'm not exactly Japanese. I haven't ever really seen what they have for example, dinner. Just like a normal dinner. They probably... Actually, no. There's probably like a Japanese equivalent of... I don't know, for example... I mean, what would Sion have? She probably now, because it's really late, she wants something that just doesn't really take much effort to cook. Something that you can just, get in the microwave and then have it done with instantly. Or maybe she does want to cook, but I don't think she'd have the strength to after doing that much studying. Who knows? But the thing is, I wonder if they have, like... I wonder if maybe she's going to eat, like, cup ramen or something, because... I mean, I don't know. I know that's, like, a really big thing. It's probably like the Japanese equivalent of pot noodle. It's probably a lot better though. Someone unlocked it right away again. Then I heard the door of the neighbouring apartment open. Cause I live next door. Oh right. Okay, good. It's nothing suspicious. Nobody else lived on this floor of the nearby empty apartment building anyway. Oh yeah. I clearly heard the door and close. Open and close, even. Kasai must have noticed I came home and was covering over because he wanted to talk to me. I unlocked the door and shouted out to him. Is that you, Kasai? I'll leave the door unlocked for you. I'm like, oh no! What the fuck is she doing here? Shit, I'm not Kasai-san. That voice, I twitched. Can I come in? Sure, sis. God. This is bad. It's actually very interesting. You can just see... After that whole, like, relationship thing about, like, Mion and Sion, Sion just masquerading as Mion in public, but actually revealing that she was Sion to people. It's so interesting how much more bitter she is now. Fucking hell. Door slowly opened. My alter ego, Sonozaki Mion appeared. She was holding a box of... What? She was having a box of cake while smiling timidly. Are you going to keep standing there until I escort you? Come in. Sorry, this room doesn't look very cute. God, I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought, in the anime at least, I mean to be fair, we haven't seen this scene in the anime, but like in the anime, Sion never forgave Mion after the whole like torturing thing, I'm actually kind of surprised to be reading this. It looks comfortable. Sis looked a bit tense when entering my room. It was her first time here. Oh, yeah, I suppose. But my god, I'm just surprised she's here. What does she want here as well? How's life? My new school was as boring as I thought it would be. Oh, she actually goes to her new school. I'm actually really surprised. I thought like the worst events of this plot would have sort of uncover before she actually went back to school. So this is actually very interesting. So she has school life as well as sort of the whole Yasudo-sama research really, and you know the mysteries of Satoshi. So she probably does that on her time she has off school. I usually go, but I skip class when I don't feel up to it. Damn. How are you allowed to do that? I mean, that must be a really shit school. God. I can do that when I was going to St. Lucia's. Yeah, I suppose so. St. Lucia's was really tough, huh? I used to go there sometime. Oh, sorry. I brought some cake. Let's see. In before that cake is actually laced with poisons. Mion opened the box. I saw 2 cheesecakes in there. Oh my god, lucky. We had the same taste in food, so we don't have to fight if we get 2 of the same thing. I chatted with her over the cheesecake. I talked to her about school and whatnot. If you need furniture, tell me. I might be able to get some food for you. Why don't I read food? If you need furniture, tell me. I might be able to get some for you. Weird. I finally got used to this room, but I might move out soon, so furniture won't be necessary. Thanks, though. Wait, move out? The fuck? Why is she moving out? Is it just something she wants to do, or is it genuinely? Dad wants me to come back home. I don't want to live with him, but he sounds desperate. Oh, interesting. God, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. But would they allow it? Like, the whole family thing. The whole family and with their grudge and everything. That just really surprises me, that. He'd be pleased if you came home. You look lonely while you were gone. Oh. Interesting. You can only say that because you don't have to live with him. Yeah. Come to think of it, this is the first time I talked to Sis since I was allowed to live as Sonozaki Sion. Yeah, I suppose. She didn't look how she was at the Sonozaki house that day. Yeah, I know that. For real, that fucking thing. I swear it was like a possession. It was just so awful. I mean, how was she so different? I just genuinely don't get how you can be like that to somebody and then just like this. A few days off, a few weeks off, maybe like a month or 2 after. The success with the Sonozaki family and my twisted sister are 2 different people. Yeah, definitely. Let's hope she never becomes the successor of the Sonozaki family then, my god. The demon lives inside the leader of the Sonozakis. Our bodies are exactly the same, except for the tattoo of a demon on her back. Yeah. It is actually very interesting, this. So, do you think, like, if she didn't have the whole demon on her back thing, like, demon-related, just upbringing, you would have wondered if she'd be more like Sion, because Sion doesn't believe she's, I don't know, demonic or satanic or anything, and she's not at all evil compared to her. I mean, I just wonder what would have happened if, like, there was no demon inside her, really. Or at least believed to be no demon inside her. Mion's destiny as a successor was set in stone when she got that tattoo. Yeah, I suppose. It's pretty simple. The Mion from that night was different from the Mion before me. When I was forced to tear off my fingernails, I momentarily despised her. But who the fuck wouldn't? I'm actually really surprised that she's not holding like more of a grudge, you know? But if I were the next leader of the family, I'd have done the same. What? Oh my god, Sion. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Mion kind of has to cooperate, because the thing is, if she doesn't cooperate, then yeah, she's probably gonna get in for a lot of shit. But still, it just really surprises me. Like,
Sion.
How are your fingernails? Oh god. she was thinking about that as well. I mean, the thing is, like, I just wonder, like, I'm just really surprised she can sort of forgive her. I mean, I would have never been able to forgive someone like that, no matter how close they are. Sis, how are your fingers?
もうすっかり気づく
The
ちは
wounds have
最近
closed.
は
I
目
don't
立つの
bandage
も
them
かえって
anymore
嫌
because
な
it
んで
looks too
包帯みたいで
conspicuous
もまだだいぶいびつで
conspicuous.
ね
But my nails
あ
still
まり
look
人
ugly,
に
so
は
I
見
don't
せら
really
れな
like
いか
showing
な
them to people. Oh, I stared at her despite my incomplete fingernails. I wonder what they actually look like. Mion grew quiet and looked
謝ら
down.
なくてい
You
いよ
don't have to
ミオンだっ
apologize.
て
You did what you had to
次期
do.
当主の
You just
役
played
割
the
を
role
演
of the
じたブランじゃ
successor.
な
I'm
い
not
から
hiding
ごめ
any
んね
grudges.
オッケ
Yeah,
ーその謝罪
okay.
でもう
Apology
一度
accepted.
謝
But
っ
if
た
you
らそれは
apologize
取り
one more
消し
time, that'll be
一
cancelled.
生許さないよ
Damn, I won't forgive you the rest of my life? What the fuck?
え
Wow.
何そ
What
れ
do you
お姉は
mean?
一度謝
Was
り
not
モードに
apologizing,
入
you
るとな
never
かなか抜けられな
stop.
い悪い癖がありますから
Oh.
ね私の方で
So
区
I'm
切らない
cutting you
と
off.
キリがない本当に
Will you really forgive me?
許してくれるの
I'm just so surprised that she will. I'm surprised it's Mule. If she is surprised, that is.
サトシと
How
の
about
こと
Satoshi
も
as well? What? Wait, hang on, what? That's weird. What does she have to do in regard to Satoshi? My heart ached when you mentioned his name. It just felt like the ache of an old wound.
シオンがサ
Yeah,
トシ
I
のこと
figured you
あれ
love
だ
him.
け大勢
No
の前で
wonder
熱
I
愛宣
shouted
言
it
し
out
ちゃいましたから
in
ね
loud. I shouted it out loud in front of all of you.
なんだか
No,
今
no,
更
I'm
恥ず
not
かしく
embarrassed
て
anymore.
でも
Granny truly
バッ
believes
チャ
you've
はあれで本当
atoned.
にけじめがついたと思ってるんだよ
It's good, I suppose. I don't know.
シオンがちゃんと自
She
分でけ
thinks
じめ
you've
を
done
つけ
all
て
you
みせ
needed
たから
to do.
それで全部
So
終
the
わり
matter
っ
is
て
finished.
そうでねあれ
That's
だけ
good.
痛い
My
思
pain
いし
won't
た
go
の
to waste
サ
then.
トシ
I wonder where Satoshi disappeared to
どこ
though.
に行ったんだろうね
It's very odd that not even she knows. Oh my god. But yeah, I really hope what Sion said is true, but yeah, you know, I have a feeling that could maybe not be the case. But it's good that she doesn't have to do any more, you know. Oh, I started choking. I heard her say that. I just said it to her myself. I said that I'd forgiven her completely, but that promise instantly evaporated. Just because of what she said, I felt like I'd been turned into a completely different person. What did you say, Mio? Did you say, I wonder where Satoshi disappeared to? Who else could know other than you and your folks? No, I know. What did you say? Where did he go? My eye was red in anger. It felt as though they were about to pop. Shit, I choked on a burning sensation in my throat. Mion's expression rapidly changed. It looked like she noticed the devil's mask on my face. We were one and the same. We could understand each other's thoughts without voicing them. So showing our expressions was like unveiling everything in our hearts to the other. Sorry. Even though I told her not to apologise anymore, Mion apologised. I suppose she kind of has to. It's a different matter. I don't know. Oh, I felt like strangling. God. I was going to make her confess where she'd hid Satoshi. Oh no. If she told me she threw him into the Onaga, she swore I'd strangle her to death then, right then and there. Oh. I really don't know what happened to Satoshi. That's a lie. Oh god. I don't know who to believe. I really don't. It's true. Ronnie doesn't know it. Yep. I can't believe that. No. Please do believe me. That's a lie. Are you saying that way else on this quest? Even in the way. There can't be a curse. There can't be. Words kept coming out of my mouth, so like I was chanting a spell. I wasn't speaking by my own will anymore. It was the demon who was controlling me. Oh, yeah, never mind what I was saying. God. The demon that had been sleeping deep inside me woke up and was speaking through my mouth. My hands, I mean, the demons had grabbed me on by the... Oh shit! You guys demons set the skin away. You and the souls like a family. Give him back to me. Give him back. My hands slowly but surely squeezed Mion's neck. Shit, Mion's put her hands onto mine. I looked at her fingers. 3... What? What the fuck? No.
Mio.
Mion. What's this? Tears rolled down her cheeks. She didn't have to answer. She had the same scars as I did. She had toned as well. What did she do? Oh my god, that's awful. I mean, I wonder if she could have atoned because of you know, helping Sion maybe. I think once helping Sion, secondly is. No, I don't know. I can't be able to find out the thing even. The way those wounds were healing looked the same as mine. So did she get those wounds around the same time I did? I wouldn't be surprised.
シオンだけ
It
が
was unfair that only you had to go for that.
爪を剥が
I
される
felt
なんて
bad.
かわいそうすぎるんだもん。
As Mio started sobbing, I stood there petrified, still wringing Mio's neck. Shit. God, so... Oh my god, so she went for it just because she felt bad only one had to go for it. My god, why would you do that? Fucking hell.
シオンがね
This is about how you love Satoshi.
私
I really wanted you to be happy because
シオンばっ
it's
かり
always only you has to
いつも
suffer,
かわいそう
even
で
though we're twins.
私たちは同じ双子なのになんでシオンばっかりいつも差別され
It didn't come as a surprise to me that Mion might fall to love Satoshi. Goodness decided. Could be that, but it just doesn't add up. It just genuinely doesn't add up. Like, I mean, I get that they're two different people, but like the successor of the family and Sion and the Mion that Sion knows. But like, the thing is, I just don't get how they can be this different. I mean, like, I don't get how you can be in the same room being the successor and everything and then get all emotional in front of everybody, and especially Oriol, and then actually have the balls to do stuff like that. I mean, not having the balls, but like, sort of being allowed to, being able to. It's so weird. We've always liked the same stuff and even the same people. She was stupid enough to feel obligated towards somebody like me.
私ばっちゃ
I
にね
told Granny to leave you in
怒鳴っ
Sato's
て
skin
言ったん
alone.
だよ
Oh,
シオンと
I
サトシを
shouted at her.
そしたら
Then she said she'd let you
けじめをつ
be
け
if
た
you
ら
were
見
tone
逃
with
そうという話になって
sincerity. Oh my god. Oh no.
だからちゃんと
And you
シオン
did,
が
so you
頑
were
張っ
supposed to
た
live
から
happy with him. But Sato's skin has gone away. It's so
サ
odd.
トシいなくなっちゃった
So weird. I mean, this is genuine. She's getting emotional. There is no way that you can be in on something and get this emotional. I'm sorry, but that's so weird. I mean, I have a feeling maybe the family are even keeping secrets from her. That's terrible. Oh no. Leon isn't smart enough to shed crocodile tears. Those tears were real. Yeah, it has dissolved my demon's anger like how the sun melts ice. What am I meant to say? That's good? Well, I mean, I suppose it is, but like, it's not good that she's fucking crying, God.
信じ
Believe
て
me, Sion.
本
I
当に
really
サ
don't
ト
know
シ
why
がどうしていなくなってし
Satoshi
まうその先
Neither
とか
Granny
ば
nor
っ
the
ちゃとか
Sonozaki family have anything to do
本
with
当
it.
にそういうのは何も関わってないの
How can they know that? I mean, the Sonozaki family especially, how?
バッチャは
Granny forgave you, so she would never do anything
サ
to
トシ
him.
に何かするなんて絶対にないの ミオ
Mion, I'm so
ごめん苦しかっ
sorry. Did I hurt you? Oh, I took my hands off her and I can hold her instead. I'm not
シオン
hurt.
は
You've been
もっ
hurt a
とも
lot
っと
more than me, haven't you? Oh, I shouted at the demon in my mind. I believed in Mion. I had been convinced it was the Sonozaki family that made Satoshi disappear, but Mion denied it while shedding tears. Between her and me, her tears are more convincing than any words. Yeah, I know. And I mean, especially because... I mean, because of how much they know each other, she would know if it was fake. Definitely. So, I believe in her. It absolutely wasn't the Sonozaki family that made him disappear. But the only thing is, like, who then? Genuinely, who? I mean, in theory, it could have been... In theory, if you actually think about this logically, maybe it could have been no family. It could have just been arrangements done by people, or it could have just been people on their own that did this and masqueraded it as the Oyasama curse. So, do you really think the Satoshi disappeared because of Oyasama-sama's curse? No, I know that is a very interesting question. I mean, the sort of conclusions get smaller and smaller. I don't believe in curses, and Mion didn't do it. Yeah. If it wasn't the girls or the Sonozaki family, who demoned him away? Yeah, that too. It's weird. I don't know. I just know it's not Mion. It's not the Sonozaki family because Mion says so. But at the same time, Mion could be having secrets hidden. She cannot rule out that's a possibility. Oh, that stupid Sion. Are you going to ignore Satoskin's voice? Yeah, I know. You don't have to remind me, Demon. I can hear his voice. Oh my god, this is really interesting. So this internal dialogue. So the things in italics are the things that are actually being said by the demon. Fuck. Oh my god. So it's very interesting how the demon in these people's heads is just like the thing that's sort of, you know, the thing that's going against their every thought and sort of contradicting. Not contradicting, but like sort of making them feel bad, you know, really. Making them feel less of themselves. But at the same time, the demon's sort of making her doubts, and doubts that are probably required to happen as well. But the only thing is about the whole Sonozaki family related thing is like, it so could have easily been hidden from Mion. I mean, these people, if they would go as far as to do stuff like what they did, I don't feel they'd stop there, you know? I know he's mumbling with an ambivalent expression like he always used to do, even though he knows help won't come. Who knows? Oh, no matter what, I'll save him if he's alive. I'll avenge him if he's dead. But Mion didn't do it. You just want to take it out on somebody, it doesn't matter who. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, that is actually kind of a fair sort of theory that, like, she does kind of, I mean, but to be fair, like, who wouldn't want to sort of feel stuff like that? I mean, if anyone felt as passionate as she did, then they were definitely, like, you know, but I'm Sion, not a demon. You're only part of me. Oh god, see, the thing is, I was having a theory that because of Mion's demon being tattooed on the back of her, like, it could have been potential that just because of that, her mind was sort of under the illusion that there was actually a demon, and over time it just sort of became a part of her mind and a part of her head that she doesn't even question how it sort of came there, when in reality it wasn't actually anything there. But that theory is sort of disproved when Sion is also, like, getting the illusion there's a demon inside of her. I mean, that could really show that the demon blood story is true. That'd be insane if, like, the whole thing was true, but I'm going to be real, I think it could actually be very likely, because especially, like, sort of with Mion as well, you remember in Watanagasi, the whole literal impossibilities in the murders, you know? They were, I think they were caused, they probably could have been caused by a demon. And that's just because, for example, the time of death's not matching up and nothing making sense as well. Or it could have just been severe, like, multiple personality disorder. Who the fuck knows? It's actually really difficult to sort of, like, claim. Don't try to take control. But this could also be, like, severe multiple personality disorder, you know? Just don't get what would have caused it, but... No, am I fucking dumb? The fingernail thing. Of course that could have caused it. Fuck off, don't ever show up again. Yeah, good. Hope she can get it off. The demon faded away. Oh, good. Well, if that fuck off didn't tell them where it's at, and that she does not mean business, then I will. Demon faded away. My body went limp and I fell to the floor while holding Mion. God. Sion, are you alright? I'm alright now, Mion. Why are we two different individuals? Why can't we just be one? Stop it. We asked ourselves that so many times, but there's no answer. I'm Sion, you're Mion. That's just how it is. Yeah, I suppose. I don't care if I'm Mion or Sion. I just want to be one and equal with you. Oh, right. Nah, that's fair. There's nothing we can do. You have the demon on your back. You're destined to become the successor, and we can't change that. God, I really do wonder what, especially with Mion, like, what her future is going to be like. It must be so miserable. I mean, she's probably really dreading it, honestly. It just doesn't really sound like something she'd want to do, you know, and she has to do that for her entire life as well, I'm assuming. I don't want that. I don't need to be a demon, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not a demon, I'm not. I want to be a human like you. Mion is a demon and Sion is a human. Even though we're twins, there's a difference between us. Was it impossible for humans to live with demons after all? It should be possible. Because they did it before. Yeah, I suppose that's letting them, you know, as our humans and demons lived in harmony together. That's why I said someone watched over them. Yeah, it's actually very interesting that, like, we think this, because I get that humans and demons are living with each other, but humans are living in harmony now, and, you know, as are with people that are sort of descendant from demons, as they'd sort of put it. And I also thought Osama is watching over them, but at the same time, he could potentially be cursing them. Or maybe it could be a little bit more sinister, you know, like things actually being plotted. But I don't know if the Sonosaki family wasn't the thing that actually started this. It makes no sense. Genuinely makes no sense for a motive. Oh, who could have actually done it as well? Mion, Sion, Satoshi, demons, humans. Yeah, but the only things about Sion, I just don't really get how, like, Mion's a human and Sion, Mion's a demon and Sion isn't. It just genuinely makes no sense. I mean, that's the sort of thing I'm thinking of, like, them being constantly convinced that they are something that they're not, and then as a reality sort of becoming like that. That wouldn't be surprising. Osama's curse, a series of mysterious deaths, Satoshi's disappearance. We fell asleep while holding each other, while holding everything. Oh. It's the end of the chapter. Right. I wonder what we're going to get. We're probably going to get a lot of Takono's notebook scraps now. Yeah, we got some interesting stuff. Right, so, yeah, I'm going to read the tips and then I'm probably going to crash out, you know. This chapter was payment. Oh, shit. Yeah. God, that image. Weird. I love that it's light and fleeting like a soap bubble. If it sees the sky, it will break and vanish before long. The girl's thoughts weren't granted. The sister which had changed the colour to the colour of blood and yearned for sacrifice. Sadness appears to transform into rage and ultimately. Oh no. Everything was absorbed in pure black and the darkness continued to spread. In the end, even to herself. Oh god. I somehow don't think we're talking Meakashi. Would it be better if I hadn't been born? The blood-stained hand couldn't even grasp the air. Holy shit. 1983. God, so it's been over half a year. The fourth year of the series of mysterious events in Yamazawa, also known as Osama's curse. 1 year after Hojo Satoshi's disappearance. I hadn't been able to get to my use. Well, okay. This is going to be very interesting to read. So, this is in 1983. I wasn't actually aware of that. I thought this plot always happened. I thought this plot happened at the sort of same time frame as, like, 1982. I thought it happened just a few days after the curse happened with Satoshi. Like, in, at least in the anime, at least. My god, man. Oh, that sort of, I don't know, like, little monologue sort of spoiler teaser of what's going to happen next. My god, that's going to be very scary. I don't know if I'm excited for it, but like, yeah, it's going to be, at least it's going to be interesting to read, I suppose. Like, god. Yeah. It's just pains to read, though. It really does. Right, So we had 3 tips. So let's do page 50 firstly. What's this going to be about? Is this Takano-san's notebook or Sion's notebook? I saw Takano-myo a few times after that. Oh. At her course, she was fascinated with the bizarre, and she had an insatiable curiosity that was just as strong. Oh. I had to remind myself not to take her story too seriously. I mean, you can, but at the same time, taking it seriously would be... Not taking it seriously, but taking it into account. Like, you know, sort of considering her points. That's what I'd do. Otherwise, I might start believing that Satoshi disappeared because of the curse. Oh, okay, fair. She talks about the dark history of Hinamizawa a lot. It's all very interesting. Her theories are based on nothing but conjecture, but some of her intuition covers facts that only members of the Sonosaki family would know. What? That's weird. I wonder how she could actually have sort of investigated that deeply into it then. But that really shows somebody who's dedicated, though. God. She thinks that Oyasuro-sama's curse is the continuation of these ancient rituals. I suppose the Sonosaki family could be likely for that, but yeah. They do seem very traditional and idealistic, you know. In other words, she believes that the curse is performed by religious fanatics. Yeah. According to their theory, a religious cult once existed in Yamazawa. Oh. And the 3 families stemmed from it. Oh. Interesting. She believes that they are operating behind the scenes in order to revive the dignity of the Onegatsu and people, which was lost during the Meiji era. Oh. Myo-san's theories are far-reaching, and looking at them on a larger scale, they end up making a lot of sense, but they can't offer any explanation for Satoshi's disappearance when using them on a smaller one. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Her theories are just too broad. Yeah. Notebook page 64. No way, Mario reference. Let's fucking go. I exchange information with Oishi every now and then. Oh, interesting. I wonder what he thinks. I wonder what the new discoveries Sion's made. I wonder if she's going to tell them to Oishi, like, all of them. It's going to be very interesting to see what he'd make of them. We'd each expect new leads from each other, but neither of us had any luck. Oh. I no longer believe the tip that Satoshi might have headed to Tokyo. Oh, there's a tip saying that. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah. But yeah, it was clearly bogus anyway. Although I can't prevent Oishi, he's been fair about the deal. Yeah, he alone has been serious about uncovering any new information. The thing is, it's very odd about the Tokyo thing, but it all could be sort of condensed and wrapped up, summarized in to just saying that it could potentially be a doppelganger, you know. Could be a doppelganger, but no, I'm being too naive. Nothing can explain the Hojo thing. The description matched Satoshi as well, didn't it? It's just weird. It really is. Oishi sources are quite reliable, so whenever I found some dubious tip, I'd check with him to see if it was valid. Oh, when Sion says tips, she doesn't mean like the tips in this game. She means some sort of lead. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, my meetings with him have diminished in frequency since he's been assigned to new cases. Oh wow, God, they actually meet up. That's quite impressive. Eventually, we stopped meeting entirely. Oh. Oh. Once he stopped investigating and I reached the limits of my sources of information. God. People now think that Satoshi's disappearance was a supernatural phenomenon called demoning away. Oh, that must be so awful to know. But yeah. And in Higurashi, they refer to his disappearance as him having transferred, and nobody would talk about it otherwise. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't like the way that phrase is used to erase him. No, I get what he means. I mean, yeah, I remember when Shion got really annoyed at the whole transferring thing when Casey said it. Yeah, it's very interesting that. Who wouldn't? During the upheavals surrounding Oyasura's curse in 1982, I was pulled this way and that by new leads on Satoshi's disappearance. Every time I found information that looked promising, I kept changing my theories. Oh, well, that must be annoying. I mean, I'm just so surprised that, like, this case is so difficult and so confusing that, like, not even, like, fucking detective can solve it. Well, that also became an incredible burden on me. Oh, it went me down plenty on its own. The fatigue was harsh, but it also provided a very kind acceptance. Bit by bit, it soothed away the anger, sadness, and doubt that wore me down. Oh, I'll never forget Satoshi. I'll never try to forget him and move on. Oh. I constantly repeated those to myself in my head. Oh my god, Shion. She should try. Oh, I mean, never forget him, but she should try and move on. I mean, when I say move on, I mean obviously investigating the same, but she shouldn't let the whole sadness consume her, you know? She really should. I redid them to keep my memories of Satoshi from fading to over and over. God. For the sake of my fun memories of Satoshi, together with my fear and my sadness, I repeated them forever and ever. Yeah. God. That's very interesting reading that. Well, that was really fun, that. It's going to be very interesting reading what sort of is going to happen next, especially with that, I don't know, sort of like taster of what's going to happen from just at the beginning of that sort of half of the chapter there. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that. It's going to be very interesting to see what's actually going to happen. I mean, I don't know, because I mean everyone knows what happens in the anime, but like I'm just really surprised at the moment that it happens. I mean, Sion, I get that she's really sad about it, but she's being like so much, she's acting so well. I just don't get how, like, the source said that at the beginning of the chapter just now, like, all of the anger and sadness had turned to rage, for example. Like, I just don't get how somebody so mature could have been sort of provoked into it. I mean, I really don't know what's going to trigger it, is my question. What's going to happen? There's going to definitely be something that happens that sort of, you know, triggers it all. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to find out. I think today it was a really nice read. I mean, I'm going to be real. Just the whole investigation thing. Like, you know you have a fucking good story when you can literally make an investigation on it. And you can not only make it interesting to the viewer, but you can make it so ambiguous and just confusing and so thought-provoking as well. Oh my god, I can solve it. I don't think anyone can solve this case even if they tried. I do wonder what theories I do wonder what which theories would probably be like the most sort of credible if you actually ask the internet, though. It would be very interesting to look, but I'll probably look at that like after I finish the visual novel, you know. I wouldn't want any spoilers. So yeah, I think now I'm going to end the stream. So yeah, see you guys. Hope you all enjoyed, because my god, I certainly did.